Hello, I'm Brad Robinson. Tonight, a classic showbiz success story. The tale of two young Australian actors called Kylie and Jason who have taken pop music by storm. Luck did play a part, it's true, but so did years of hard work. The story begins in Skyways.
But I won the bet.
I'll let him go first.
OK, which one do you want?
What's that one like?
The story continues, of course, with Neighbours. But the real international fame came when they met the English record producers Stock, Aitken and Waterman. The result was over 10 #1 hits, and from the critics, a barrage of abuse.
I've been very lucky, very, very lucky, oh so very lucky indeed. Yes, I've been very lucky, staggeringly lucky, phenomenally lucky in fact.
Still, they survived satire and have gone on to bigger things. Jason to a part in the miniseries Heroes, and Kylie to her first feature film, The Delinquents.
What's your name?
Lucille.
We'll see more of the movies, the satire and their childhood later, but first the pinnacle of their careers so far. That was this summer in Europe.
We've gotta say goodbye.
Kids have been doing this to pop singers since the days of Bing Crosby. But nobody in the history of popular music has caught the imagination of so many people so quickly. And nobody has caused so many arguments between fans and critics.
Isn't it gorgeous? Sexy!
I think, you know, he's really talented. I think he's really good looking, and I think he's got everything going for him. It's fun.
You no longer have to be interesting to be a rock star. You no longer have to be exciting to get to #1. You can just be a sort of human crocheted scarf. It's terrible.
He's dead gorgeous, and Kylie's good, but I can do better.
It is absolutely awful, mechanistic, valueless, meaningless stuff, and the only object of this, quotes, music, unquotes, is to separate young people from their money.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now.
A generation gap, if ever there was one. But love them or loathe them, Kylie and Jason have made music history. Last year, Kylie became the first artist in Britain to have 4 top 3 singles from one album. No woman, not even Madonna, has matched that. And her album, released over a year ago, is still near the top of the British charts.
We've gotta say goodbye for the summer.
And then just 3 weeks ago, Jason went one better. Sealed with a Kiss entered the charts at #1, and so did his album. That's never happened before. Nobody, not the Beatles, not Sinatra, have even come close.
Try you in that area and then I'll tell you. It's quite good when you come...
there and it's not.
I know, it's great when you get to the front of them though. What you laughing at?
And the amazing thing is that at just 21, with millions pouring into their bank accounts and an estimated 70 million generated for the Australian economy, Jason and Kylie are still the same level-headed Aussie kids that caught the imagination of Neighbours fans years ago.
The whole thing's
The kids won't know. Now it's just happened. Went into Neighbours. Was just a kid. I did what I thought was right. You know, yeah, I'll go around the countryside. I'll do that. And then I tried singing. I remember recording Locomotion at a small studio in Richmond, and just went in and did it and thought, this might work. I might even make a video clip, you know.
Yeah.
And it's just happened.
Well, maybe it did just happen. But these are the people who made it happen. Mike Stock, Matt Aitken and Pete Waterman. Last year alone, they had 10 hit singles, most at #1 or 2 in the charts. And in the last 4 years, they've had 19 top 10 hits and sold over 34 million records. They account for 10% of the UK singles market.
So sure, I'll let my share, my heart's broken.
Stock, Aitken and Waterman are British pop. And the songs they've written and the stars they've created make up a virtual who's who of the pop music industry. They've produced everyone from Donna Summer to the outrageous Divine. But with 1 million sales for I Should Be So Lucky, Kylie Minogue is their most successful act ever.
Neither Kylie or Jason understand what they mean to British kids. They are actually hope. They are hope. Kids hope that if they're a girl, that they could have as much personality as Kylie. Jason's popular with blokes, you see, because you can imagine him coming around to your front door and saying, let's go down the pub for a pint, because that's what he's like, and that actually comes across. Australia, to most English people, represents hope and a future.
Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours.
This is Watford, 17,000 kilometres from Ramsay Street, but still the heart of Neighbours country. A daily audience of 16 million people created a lot of potential record buyers. And it's safe to assume that the enormous popularity of the program translated into even more popularity for Kylie and Jason.
I feel that what Neighbours has given me and what television has given me over the past years is experience. And when I come to places like France and Paris, Germany or Spain or wherever, it's the experience I've learnt from Neighbours, from the television I've done before Neighbours, that makes me confident when I go out there and makes me, I suppose, in some ways more acceptable, you know. It's great to know that you've had that training, 4 years training, and you can exploit that now around the rest of the world, and you do exploit that, you know. You definitely do. There's nothing wrong with that.
Look at the story. There was this obscure soap which was bought up and turned into a reasonably popular soap which people laughed at in its home country. It came over here. The tabloid newspapers, which really don't exist anywhere else to such an awful level as they do here, pushed it. They decided this was the new thing. It created a cult. Therefore, the individual characters became a cult. Therefore, they got the marketing men on them. Therefore, they made the records. The whole thing is commercially, it's just a brilliant exercise in sales.
The implication is, of course, that Kylie and Jason are nothing more than a cynical exercise in marketing. But that's not true. After the break, Jason and Kylie at the start of their careers, and Jason, the hard-nosed professional, takes on Paris.